Every time you flush, you're part of a $100 billion global industry. The average American uses over 100 rolls of toilet paper per year. But have you ever wondered where all that toilet paper comes from? Today, we're going inside the massive factories where your bathroom essential is born. From tree to roll, we're showing you every step of the surprisingly complex journey your toilet paper takes before it reaches your bathroom. Imagine watching raw timber transform into the soft, perforated sheets we take for granted. How does a rough, splintery log become something so gentle? What ingenious engineering makes this possible? The answers might surprise you. If you like the video, don't forget to hit like and subscribe. The timber harvester rumbles through the forest, but it's not after the perfect straight trees you might expect. This 18-ton machine is hunting for what the industry calls bad wood, the crooked, misshapen trunks that furniture makers would reject without a second thought. That's the surprising truth about toilet paper manufacturing. Your bathroom essential begins its life as timber that other industries don't want. Watch as the harvester operator scans the forest, identifying trees that won't make the grade for higher value products. The cab swivels as the operator positions the massive mechanical arm. With remarkable precision, the harvester extends its grip, wrapping metal claws around a twisted trunk before the integrated chainsaw roars to life. By using bad wood, the industry effectively optimizes resource utilization, explains our guide as we observe the harvester in action. Like a skilled chef transforming bruised produce into a gourmet meal, the timber industry converts these imperfect specimens into valuable products. The machine works efficiently, grabbing the tree, cutting it at the base, stripping away branches, and slicing the trunk into uniform sections in one fluid sequence. Inside the cab, the operator works with practiced expertise. Each trunk is assessed and processed to maximize usable material. Nothing goes to waste here. Even seemingly worthless parts of the tree have value in the toilet paper production chain. The freshly cut logs drop onto the forest floor, where another machine scoops them up and stacks them neatly. Workers then load these logs onto waiting trucks for transport to processing facilities. It's fascinating to watch as these rejected trees begin their journey toward becoming an essential household product. The harvester continues this process throughout the forest. In a single day, one machine can harvest enough wood to produce thousands of toilet paper rolls. These trees that would otherwise have limited commercial value are transformed into resources meeting a universal need. With the harvesting complete, the journey from forest to factory truly begins. Loaded trucks rumble away, carrying raw materials still far from resembling toilet paper. These gnarly, twisted logs bear no resemblance to the soft, white rolls they'll eventually become. The transformation ahead is one of manufacturing's most dramatic material conversions. The industry has engineered this first stage to be both economically and environmentally strategic. By targeting wood unsuitable for furniture or construction, toilet paper manufacturing creates value from what might otherwise be underutilized, reserving premium timber for products where its qualities matter most. What's particularly clever about this system is how it turns perceived defects into advantages. The irregular grains and knots that make these logs unsuitable for lumber don't matter for pulp production. Once broken down, the fibers from bad wood work just as well for making toilet paper as those from perfect specimens. As the last truck departs with its load, these rejected trees have clearly found their purpose. Those trucks loaded with bad wood are headed for an impressive feat of industrial transformation. At the processing facility, logs face a process that makes neighborhood wood chippers look like toys. This is where solid timber begins its radical metamorphosis into something completely unrecognizable. When the trucks unload their cargo of logs, the real work begins. These massive tree trunks may seem ready for processing, but they're actually hiding several problems that must be addressed before they can continue their journey. The outer bark contains impurities that would ruin the quality of your bathroom tissue, while dirt, stones, and even metal objects could wreak havoc on the expensive machinery. The first challenge is getting rid of that problematic bark. The logs enter giant rotating drums, designed specifically for this purpose. These industrial-sized tumblers work exactly like a washing machine for trees. Imagine your home washer supersized to handle 40-foot logs. The drums spin the logs against each other and the walls, stripping away the outer layer while preserving the valuable wood underneath. Once the logs are bare, they take a bath in enormous water basins. These specialized washing stations flush away natural contaminants like dirt, sand, and small stones that cling to wood during its journey from forest to factory. This cleaning step is essential for protecting the quality of the wood fibers that will eventually become your paper. Water can't catch everything though. Metal objects hiding inside the wood, from old fence staples to nails that trees grew around over decades, pose serious threats to downstream machinery. Every piece of wood passes through powerful metal detectors that automatically remove suspicious sections before they can cause thousands of dollars in damage to precision equipment. Now comes the most dramatic transformation. The clean debarked logs face giant rotating knives spinning at incredible speeds. In seconds, logs that once supported entire trees are reduced to thousands of tiny uniform chips no bigger than potato chips. This uniformity is crucial for the next processing stage. When chips are the same size, they break down at the same rate during chemical pulping, ensuring highest quality in the final product. Looking at these piles of wood chips, you'd never guess they're on their way to becoming toilet paper. They resemble garden mulch more than the soft white sheets you know. Yet the 14-stage system of cleaning, sorting, and cutting has already transformed them from irregular logs into standardized industrial inputs. From these uniform chips, the magic of chemistry begins. The next process will break them down further, dissolving the lignin that holds wood fibers together and separating out the cellulose that forms the basis of paper. The hard, rigid chips will become a soupy pulp with properties completely different from their wooden origins. Chemistry isn't the only way to create paper pulp. The paper you recycled last month might already be back in your home, just in a much softer form. While wood chips transform into pulp at one facility, your discarded homework assignments and office memos are beginning their own remarkable transformation across town. But did you know that even your discarded papers have a second chance to become toilet paper? Those trucks pulling into the massive recycling center are hauling tons of mixed paper waste collected from offices, schools, and universities across the region. As they dump their loads, everything from printer paper and magazines to folders and envelopes gets mixed together, creating the first major challenge: separating what's useful from what isn't. The quality of recycled toilet paper depends entirely on getting the right materials. Sorting facilities employ specialized machines like the sieve that removes large cardboard pieces and contaminants. Near-infrared sensors scan moving conveyor belts, identifying different paper types by their unique material signatures and triggering air jets that blow specific grades into separate collection bins. These advanced sorting machines process up to 400 tons of recycled paper daily, saving approximately 6,800 trees from being harvested and giving materials a second life instead of sending them to landfills. Once sorted, the usable paper enters what resembles a giant washing machine, beginning a 14-station journey of transformation. Inside this massive system, water and mechanical action break down the paper into a soupy mix of fibers, separating individual cellulose fibers from each other. Watch as the pulp transforms under a whirlwind of technology. Much like a seasoned chef refines rough ingredients into a fine sauce, the initial pulp appears dark and grey because ink particles cling tenaciously to the fibers. In a process called flotation, special surfactants make ink particles stick to air bubbles. As air gets injected into the mixture, bubbles rise to the surface, carrying ink particles with them. The resulting dark foam gets skimmed off, leaving cleaner fibers behind. Fine cleaning uses centrifugation, essentially a superpowered salad spinner. The system spins the pulp rapidly, throwing heavier waste particles like sand or tiny splinters toward the outer walls for removal. After cleaning, rotating blades cut the pulp to prepare it for bleaching. Inside a large tank called a bleach tower, chemicals work at carefully controlled temperatures to break down remaining discolorations. After just minutes, the once grey pulp transforms into bright white slurry. The final stage often involves adding virgin fibre to enhance the recycled pulp. Short hardwood fibres provide brightness and softness, while longer softwood fibres add strength and durability. This blend ensures your recycled toilet paper performs just as well as varieties made from fresh wood. And there you have it, the journey from raw materials to that soft, essential roll in your bathroom. This simple product requires complex industrial choreography, transforming forest wood or yesterday's office memos into something entirely new. The industry demonstrates remarkable efficiency through specialized harvesting or advanced recycling. From giant machinery to precise chemical processes, toilet paper manufacturing showcases industrial ingenuity. Next time you reach for that roll, will you see it as a marvel of modern ingenuity? Perhaps this glimpse behind an everyday item changes your perspective on what we often take for granted. What other surprising stories hide behind common products in your home?